Assalamu alaikum, this is Salehin Kadir welcoming you to news at 5 p.m. on BTV and BTV World. Very good afternoon. The second day of the second phase of the 56th Bishr Ijtima on the bank of River Turak is going on today. Renowned scholars of the country and abroad are speaking on various topics. The devout worshippers are attentively listening to various discourses on faith, morals and deen. After the Fajr prayer yesterday, the official program of the second phase of Bishr Ijtima started with Bayan. Devotees from all over the country have taken up their positions at the designated khita of the Ijtima Maidan. Besides, about 4,500 foreign guests from 54 countries of the world are also in Ijtima Maidan. Ghazipur Deputy Commissioner Anisur Rahman said that the Muslims have all kinds of facilities including water, electricity and gas in the second phase of World Ijtima. All members of law enforcement are active. This year's Bishr Ijtima will end tomorrow with the Akhiri Munazat. Metro Rail will run from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. tomorrow for the convenience of the devotees participating in the final prayer of the second phase of Bishr Ijtima. The construction work of 5 more Metro Rail lines stretching 128 kilometers will come to an end by 2030. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is expected to inaugurate the first underground Metro Rail line at the end of this month. As many as 50 lakh people will be able to travel on Metro Rail daily if the 5 lines are completed. The Metro Rail mission kicked off in the country with MRT Line 6. MRT Line 1 will go from the airport to Kamalapur via Badda and Rampura. A portion of the route will go elevated way between Purbanchal and Pitolganj. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina will inaugurate the construction work of this 31-kilometer elevated and underground rail track this month. MRT Line 5 is divided into northern and southern routes. The northern route will start at Hemayatpur and go to Bhatara via Technical, Mirpur 10, Kakoli and Bonani. The construction work of the 20-kilometer route will begin in June this year, ending in 2028. The southern route will go underground from Technical to Dahishkandi via Russell Square, Boshundara City, Hatijil and Aftabnagar. This elevated and underground route will be implemented by 2030. MRT Line 4 will go from Kamalapur railway station to Naranganj. Line 2 will begin at Gaptali and end at Dhaka-Chattogram Highway via Mohammadpur, Jigatola, New Market, Dhaka Medical and Demra. These 2 lines will be implemented by 2030. Experts say the 128-kilometer metro rail network will usher in a new era in communications. Speaker Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhary has said significant development in the education system has been possible due to various education-friendly programs of the present government under the leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. She said this while speaking as a chief guest at the Scholarship Giving Ceremony 2022 organized by Prime Bank Foundation in the capital today. Presided over the foundation's chairman Azam J. Chaudhary, the function was attended among others by educationist Professor Dr. Syed Manzurul Islam, Prime Bank Chairman Tanzil Chaudhary, scholarship recipients and parents. The speaker said concerning the universal education, the government is making the education system time befitting. Awami League General Secretary and Road Transport and Bridges Minister Obaidul Qadir has said BNP is now desperate to grab power through unconstitutional means using murder, coup and conspiracy after being repeatedly rejected by the people in the election. He said this in a statement sent to the media today condemning and protesting the motivated and malicious statements of the BNP leaders, including its Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir. Protesting the statement of Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir that the government will not get away to escape. In the statement, Obaidul Qadir said, such statements do not adorn the tongues of the leaders of that party as a leader of the party left the country, giving undertaking of forever farewell to politics and sentenced by the court and fled abroad as a fugitive accused. The Road Transport and Bridges Minister said oil and gas supply systems around the world have collapsed due to the war in Europe. Because of this, the price of oil and gas has increased all over the world. He said the government has provided an average subsidy of 3 taka per unit for power generation despite the sufferings of the people. The government had to increase the price of electricity in view of the global situation. Obaidul Qadir said the power of the states can be changed only through elections in the constitutional way. In the statement, the Awami League General Secretary urged the BNP to prepare for the upcoming elections without spreading false propaganda and rumors against the government for political gains. We now begin with international news. New Zealand Labour Party MP Chris Hipkins is set to replace Jacinda Ardern as Prime Minister after becoming the only nominee for the party's leadership. He was first elected to Parliament in 2008 and was appointed Minister for COVID-19 in November 2020. In Ardern's shock announcement on Thursday, she said she did not have enough in the tank to lead. 44-year-old Chris Hipkins is currently Minister for Police, Education and Public Service. He will still need to be formally endorsed by the Labour Party in the House of Representatives on Sunday before he can become leader. Dozens of countries allied with Ukraine will meet on Friday to coordinate arms supplies for Kyiv, which has ramped up its request to be provided with tanks. Germany faces growing pressure to allow its highly regarded Leopard tanks to be exported to Ukraine. Germany has not yet decided whether to send Leopard tanks to Ukraine or allow other countries to donate theirs, despite pressure on Berlin to act. The crunch talks came a day after the US and several European nations pledged more equipment to help Ukraine fend off any further Russian offensives. The UK also offered 14 of its battle tanks recently, but Kyiv wants more. Ukraine's allies faced a simple choice on Friday, an advisor to the Defense Minister of Ukraine remarked ahead of the summit. We now begin with the sports news. Bangladesh will take on hosts South Africa in the first match of the Super 6 stage from Group 1 in the ICC Women's Under-19 T20 World Cup cricket this evening. The match will start at 5:45 p.m. Bangladesh time in Potchefstroom. Bangladesh will face United Arab Emirates in the second and last match of the Super 6 stage on January 25. That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us. Until then, Khuda Hafiz.